Ai. Fala, galera. Tranquilão? Quem fala com vocês é o Luan. Voltamos aí com Final Fantasy XVI. Perdão pelo horário, tá? 15 minutinhos de atraso aí normal. Realmente não deu pra chegar mais cedo do que isso aí pra gente fazer. Fala, Miguel. Como que o senhor está, meu bom? Vamos ler umas cartinhas aqui pra gente já começar bem? Lendo carta. Sobre o que houve naquele dia, hein? Quero que saiba que nunca chorei na frente de alguém. Nem mesmo de minha mãe. E você não me verá fazer isso de novo por muito tempo. Então, se não for problema para vossa senhoria, podemos deixar tudo isso pra lá? O Cid que decidi seguir há muitos anos já se foi. E não há como trazê-lo de volta das profundezas de sabe-se lá qual inferno ele foi parar. Mas o legado dele continua vivo em você. Em todos aqui no esconderijo. Da mesma forma que o céu é azul. Pelo menos acho que ainda é azul. Enquanto for, vou estar aqui e você poderá contar comigo. Otto. Saudações da caravana Carmen. Acredito que você e o seu grupo conquistaram o domínio sem eventualidades. Caso as suas jornadas lhe tragam de volta ao mercado e você precise de mais assistência, encontrará as caravanas Carmen mais felizes em poder ajudar. Talvez até façamos um desconto acima do preço que costumamos cobrar. Show de bola! Show de bola! Os relatórios de nossos irmãos e irmãs que estão longe são todos os mesmos. Esses céus amaldiçoados não lançam sombra somente sobre a terra, lançam também sobre os corações das pessoas. Corações já pesarosos pela queda do domínio e destruição do último Cristais-Máter da tormenta. Por enquanto, o rei não consegue suportar, mas a cada nova inundação, as poucas crianças remanescentes caem numa loucura cada vez mais profunda. A situação nunca foi tão desesperadora. Que novos ventos lhe encontrem na próxima lua nova. Até lá, nossa vigília continua. Fala, Stalker. Bom, eu ganhei pontos pelos comentários de quarta. E de hoje, qual a dica da palavra secreta? A dica da próxima palavra, que é a segunda palavra, é... A primeira letra, na verdade, é... W. Eita, W, hein? Eu vou ver os comentários e vou te dar os pontos, tá? Assim que a gente entrar numa cutscene aí, eu vejo os comentários lá e dou os pontos pra vocês. Comentário dos vídeos de quarta e de terça, tá? Os boatos que chegam das Olhas Gêmeas dizem que sobrou pouca coisa da capital depois do xilique real do Príncipe Louco. Mas e vocês? Conseguiram escapar antes que a cidade fosse por água abaixo? Eu imagino que sim. Mas umas tolas deixaria a El mais tranquila. Beleza, limos as cartas.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time? Did you see that? Tell me you saw that. There's talk of these skies driving men mad.
Ó. Tem essa mulher aqui que eu quase não uso ela, mas eu venho aqui só pra não ficar esse negócio branquinho aí. Amarelo, quer dizer. É porque ela nos atualiza de como tá o mundo, né? Ai, caraca. O Desirê.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Medalhão do Alto Clérigo. Top.
Here you are. Come again. I may have more.
Vamos colocar esse, ver se dá pra colocar esse medalhão do Alto Clérigo agora pra ver qual que é o lance dele. Pô, mano. Ué, mano. Um aumenta em 40, o outro aumenta em 25. O que é melhor, aumenta menos. Não entendi isso, não. Ah, tem como colocar 2 no caso. Agora minha poção, minha cura tá lá em cima. Beleza.
Oh, yeah.
Eu tô com o nariz escorrendo, hein. Tô com o nariz correndo, então de vez em quando eu vou ter que ir no banheiro assoar meu nariz. Tô meio fonho, não sei se vocês perceberam. Ih, vai ter mais bichinho. Não, não, não. É só aquele lá mesmo, que a gente ainda não pegou ainda. Não, tem mais. Ih, apareceu um bocado aqui. Tem um Bomba Rex. O 10 de paus. Os irmãos Magath. Ruína despertada, que não dá pra saber.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Deixa eu ver os comentários aqui, de terça. Terça?
What are you making them skies then?
Ill omen is what? We should call back the scouts. All of them. Mais 2 anos. Sempre tentando negociação. 276 mil. 56. E aí, vocês querem a boa notícia? Pronto. Isso aí, 37.
Então, se vocês acertarem a palavra secreta, esse número vai contar. Olha os pontos de vocês.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Você tava com 50 aí, tá no chat aí, aparece se tava com 50 e pouco? 50 e 67?
Darkened skies. Fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
É, filho. Parece que tá dando bom, mas tá dando ruim.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing. But pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Quer dizer, tá dando ruim, mas tá dando bom. Quer dizer, tá dando bom, mas tá dando ruim.
Oh, the moon. Is a storm coming soon?
Fala, homem.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Good morrow to you, my friend.
Dá o livro
I
pra
have
ele
a
aqui.
few new notes that might interest you.
Ó, ganhou um troféuzinho.
Quite the find for you today. What subject shall we consider today?
Ganhei um troféu. Fala, otário.
Problem. Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashik out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains.
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
É. Tem que ajudar a galera agora que a galera tá se lascando. As missões secundárias.
Here you go.
Ah, beleza.
Seen enough?
Beleza, só foi um negócio aqui. No meu mapa. Ok. 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 É só completar a missão secundária que eu estava fazendo. Terminar de completar ela. E aí depois eu fico livre. Pra fazer as principais. Teria só uns bichinhos pra me matar, né?
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66.
E...
If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 60 bloody 6. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside.
A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
There they are, the free pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen.
Valeu, brother.
Woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Bora. Completamos a missão secundária. Eu tô querendo fazer caçar um bichinho. Será que eu caço? Será que eu não caço? Vou tentar. Se eu achar com facilidade, eu mato. Os que eu não vou conseguir achar com facilidade, eu não vou, não. Eu não quero, não. Não quero. Não quero, não. Me dê, papai. Eu não quero. Eu não quero, não. Não quero. Eu repito, eu acho que eu devia ganhar algum prêmio por deixar sempre minha conta secundária no top de horas, hein? Você vai ganhar. Você vai ter mais nomes no sorteio, pô. Poxa. Vamari em Dalméquia. Costa Calada em Rosária. Esse aqui a gente não sabe onde que tá. Depois a gente vai descobrir. Ó, vamos lá. Comerciante do campo de Corava comenta sobre um bandido poderoso de 25 palmos de altura que ataca viajantes acompanhados. Diz que ele vive sozinho em um dos muitos vilarejos abandonados da região. Mas ninguém foi corajoso tolo a ponto de procurá-la. Em Vamari e Dalméquia. Vamos ver se a gente acha esse bicho. Vamari. Os campos de Corava aqui, ó. Vamari. Ele está aqui, então. Tá aqui, no meio desse negócio aqui. Vamos lá, vamos atrás dele. Vamos atrás desse macho aí. Ver se ele é brabo mesmo. Corre, cachorro ruim. Corre, cachorro ruim. Passa direto, mano. Esquece. Esquece. Ih, rapaz. Ih, passa direto. Ih, passa direto. Esquece. Que tenho eu contigo? Não quero nada contigo, não tenho nada contigo. Ó, vamos pegar a esquerda.
This might take a while.
Depois que a gente pegar a esquerda, a gente segue. E agora tem que achar o bicho. Opa! É ele aqui? Ah, não, né, não. Não é não, mano.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
Mano, cheio de bicho aqui, tá vendo? O lugar é perigoso. Você já ficou uma semana sem jogar Fortnite? Eu acho que não. Uma semana não, uma semana é muito. Pô, achei ele. Achei ele, bonitão. Cadê tu? Vem! O 10 de paus.
Forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. Show it to your pockets.
Recupera a vida, filho. Eu doei. Bicho é forte, hein? Acabou. Acabou. Não, 5 likes da segunda letra. Dei a primeira letra. Que é o W, né? W.
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew.
Ô bichinho fofinho, gente. Que bichinho lindo. Oh, meu Deus. Que bichinho bonito. Gente. Muito bonitinho, gente. O Walter White? Vamos ver o outro aqui. É mais fácil da gente achar. Não vamos procurar os outros que são difíceis, não. Depois a gente procura, quando a gente terminar o jogo. Ó, um barco foi avistado nas margens da costa de Porto Isolde. Seus ocupantes estavam vestindo uniforme falando a língua dos cruzados do Reino de Ferro. Podemos presumir que eles vieram se vingar do Cid. O que eles mais amavam. Desaconselhamos enviar a área para que não matem e capturem nossos membros com fora de retaliação. Costa Calada em Rosário. Vamos lá. Vamos pra lá. Costa Calada em Rosário. Deve ser pra ali, pra aquele lado ali, ó. É pra cá, ó. Costa Calada. Vamos pra cá, então.
Run like the wind.
A Dona Aranha subiu pela parede. Veio a chuva forte e a derrubou. Já passou a chuva. O sol já tá surgindo. Olha lá os caras lá. E a Dona Aranha continua a subir. Ela é teimosa e desobediente. Aí, ó. O que, rapaz? Calma. Por que esse nervoso, rapaz? Só porque matei com vocês aí, pô. Eu doei um. Acharam aí, hein? Matei um. Acabou. Acabou com os dois. Não faça loucura, não. Não tem necessidade de fazer loucura. Quem acertou? Miguel acertou, né? Vamos lá. Miguel vai ganhar. Essa é a segunda palavra de hoje, né? Maria Alice. 7 mais 6 dá 43. 4.300 vezes 2. 4.500, vou botar. Vezes 2, 9.000. Vezes 2, 18.000. 18.000. Foi. Vamos lá pra missão principal.
No more war.
Eu vou botar a próxima palavra, hein? Tá, vamos fazer as missões principais aqui. Ó, o bagulho tá feio aqui, hein?
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say
Próxima palavra começa com a letra S.
yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Sorteio de pontos, só se entrar novo inscrito.
First we just follow the shouting.
Eu se bater a meta de like. Ó, mulher. Matar, hein?
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire.
Sim, no momento só.
Fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Fala, Century Nerd. Beleza, mano?
And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costner's. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Vamos resolver os problemas de Dalimil.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
Verdade.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
If it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears
Fala,
we have a
Matheus.
plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along.
Segunda letra.
What he means to say is yes.
N. S-N. S-N. N de Naruto.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
Mano, tu vai poder participar. Se tu tiver no top 10 de pontos, top 10 de horas, se você chamar novos inscritos. Ou se você for membro. Amanhã só dá pra participar sendo isso.
To inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalimil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalimil is not to be trifled with.
A shop?
If I had my pickaxe, I would... I mean, it may still be possible to buy something.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Me lamento
Paul
mesmo.
says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Os pontos são pequenos, cara. Do duelo aí. Você vê o que é um cantor?
Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Cantor é alguém que canta. O quê? Não sabe o que é o cantor?
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie.
Ah, tá perguntando se é um cantor? Não, não posso falar se é ou não é.
With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move...
Ah, eu ia tentar, só que não deu tempo não.
Already gossamer thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can. And we will do the same.
Vamos lá. Vamos falar com o Vito. Kill the enemies.
The women folk have come to.
I'll take that one.
Easy boy. Easy boy.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Mais gente. Todo aí já era. Todo way. Acabou. $10 eu dou a dica. Ó, é bastante ponto, hein? Em acertasse essa aí, você ganharia bastante ponto.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Aperta a mão.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
Obrigado.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Eu sou um fighter, um lutador. Sou um lutador, é ele. Lutador é ele. Vamos lá, rapidinho. Melhorar minha habilidade aqui. Mano, eu só vou melhorar agora os que eu tô usando. Melhorar isso aqui. Não, já foi no máximo isso aqui. Pô, mano, isso aqui é melhor. Eita, moleque, bom. Tá, depois vou... Tem uns aqui pra aprender, ó, mais caro. Ih, mano, nem usei esses daqui ainda, né? Ó. Nem usei ainda. Era pra usar, mano. Pô, isso aqui dá dano pra caraca. Ó. Depois eu vou ver aqui. Era pra me ter mexido ali, mano. Não sei do que eu vou tirar, né? Mas... vou ter que tirar aqui. Ó. Você é doido. Você é louco, meu. Você é louco. Vamos lá para outros lugares. Repouso da Marta. Marta. Todo mundo morrendo aqui, velho. Caraca.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive.
Aí, ó.
Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered. What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
Deixa eu ver se dá pra me chegar ali de uma maneira mais rápida. Não.
Well, this isn't at all foreboding.
You don't think they've abandoned us?
É meu choco.
Good girl.
Yeah!
Ah, filho, pelo amor de Deus. E aí, rapaziada, como vocês estão? Vocês estão mal, hein? Aparentemente.
Clive, wounded.
Oxi.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Paz no exército. Olha isso. Olha isso, meu filho. Que isso? Que manoeiro. Conquistei um troféu. Acabou.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Agora você vai poder participar do sorteio.
Earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping
Bora lá, filho, isso é moleza.
They got wounded with them.
Easy.
They're not gonna make it.
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Tem só se bater 10 likes, que é a meta da live. Se tiver novo inscrito. Se tiver novo inscrito, tem sorte. Mano, deixa eu comprar um negócio aqui que eu tô sem. Tô sem cura, pô.
Thanks very much. Much obliged.
Mad dogs.
Fica tranquilo, rapaziada, que vai dar bom. O pai tá aqui, fica tranquilo.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Fica tranquilo.
Behind you.
Eita!
Damn it.
Tartaruga ninja.
The injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try.
Tá, calma aí, vou dar os pontos.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Perdoei. Ah, tartaruga, você é muito lenta. Fala, João Pera. Beleza? Venha. Só na cabecinha. Oh. Eu arrebentando a tartaruga dá bom. Tomei um dano, hein. Ué? O que houve? Acabou. Não, 5 likes já foi, já. É inscrito novo, mano?
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job?
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
Stalker ganhou
Safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
4.000 pontos. Eu sou sortudo demais, só. Eu sortudo para demais, só. Não. Mas, ô, só com 10 likes pode fazer sorte, filho. A meta dessa live é 10. A meta dessa é 10 e a meta da de Fortnite é 20. Chora. Para de chorar.
Come on.
Poxa, peguei meu chocobo à toa, hein. Ah, meu Deus do céu. Agora vem o gnomo. Os golem.
They're headed for the rest. We'll have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Cheio dos goblin. Rebenta. Acabou.
Something's coming.
Mais bicho, filho.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we?
Rebenta.
Come on. Get all ready.
Aqui eu tenho que ficar de olho, bicho perigoso. Tomei. Mordeu não, mordeu não. Rebenta. Rebenta. Acabou. Vamos, socão.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Bicho pra caraca.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
É. Esse bagulho tá ficando doido, mano. Muito bicho atacando. Opa, peguei um negócio ali. E aquilo ali?
There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Quem?
Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rosfield.
Ih, será que ele é filho do maluco lá?
Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch?
É isso mesmo, filho do Lorde Comandante.
Oh, he didn't. But his
Ah.
my father did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, so wait.
É, Stalker, não tá com sorte não.
If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I'm
mano, aceita.
Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean... they're... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
Aceita, fi. Mais alguém pra te ajudar. Se morrer, morreu, pô. Morreu a vida.
And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Legal. Será que ele vai seguir a gente? Não sei. Não sei. Vamos lá pra próxima missão? Vamos pro Rincão Setentrional.
First we find Isabel.
Meu Deus, Stalker, você é louco. Louco. Ah, não, você não pode fazer esse negócio aí que você fez. Você não tem. Pensei que você era louco, mas você não é louco, não.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
Pensei que ele é vingajante, pô.
I can't do it.
E aí, moça?
Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Que é isso? Papai chegou.
But different.
Opa, rapaz, chegou alguém aí, doido aí, ó. Novo aí, ó.
And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Miguel? Você não tem ideia do que o Miguel fala aqui nessa live. Eu até perguntei, cara, essa mãe não te deu educação, não? Miguel, você tem que ver que as coisas que o Miguel fala, coisa absurda. Eu sei que uma pessoa da idade dele fala um negócio desse. Meu Deus do céu, eu tenho até vergonha de falar isso pra senhora.
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice.
Em 3 segundos o Miguel vai apanhar.
And watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you
Oh,
really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to.
E que eu fiz?
There's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Vamos lá, talk to be survivors. Os survivors aqui, ó. Survivor.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
Tadinho do bichinho.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme.
Ô, Miguel, foi tua mãe que apareceu aí ou você?
When...
Fale a verdade, porque se foi ela, mano,
Just rest now.
você pode estar um pouco encrencado.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Ah, tá. Fiquei preocupado agora com a sua saúde.
Assume you have a plan.
We need to find out
It was all they could do to escape.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia. Pra mim só tá aparecendo 9.
Look.
I see them. With me.
Rebenta todo mundo.
Should I try?
Save your strength.
Pessoal, Rachel. Pam pam, pam pam. Tá muito devagar, hein, Nick? Tomei à toa aqui, hein? São, pô, com certeza. Vocês são aquelas pessoas que eu nunca vou esquecer. Samuel também, pô. Samuel tá sumido, mas o Samuel vai voltar. Vai voltar o Samuel. Acabou.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
Ai.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
A sorte aí, ó. A sorte.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Ó, agora a gente volta pra lá, pra base. It's correct. Olha, cheio de coisa aqui, mano. Não posso ficar mais do que o limite ali, hein? Pô, várias mensagens. Por hora. O guarda e a liga deixaram as diferenças de lado. Agora a gente pode tomar o nosso cuspe de cobra mais ou menos tranquilamente. E eu arrisco dizer que devemos isso sua cara metade. Ela foi espetacular. Quanto a você, olha, de um artista aspirante para outro, posso sugerir que você se esforce mais na entrega. Posso sugerir que você se esforce mais na entrega? E na projeção? E no semblante? E que deixe esses braços e pernas menos duros? E bom, todo o resto. Não iríamos, queremos... Tá errado ali, hein? Sujar o nome dos Supremos. Claro que não. Mensagem da Marta. Os guardiões estão se dando bem com os machados e quando não estão exterminando o que restou das ameaças lá nos juncos, estão trabalhando para manter de pé as muralhas do repouso. De qualquer forma, se você não tivesse sido firme, ainda que gentil, ao persuadir aquela horda, é provável que nós estivéssemos com acásticos até o pescoço. Eu sei que você tem um reino para salvar e tal, mas se um dia precisar de uma revigorada rápida, na passada aqui a gente abre uma barrica para você. Mensagem do Wade. O senhor tem um extraordinário talento de aparecer onde mais precisam de sua ajuda. Sem sua lâmina, creio que o repouso estaria nas mãos dos acásticos. E nós seríamos apenas mais de um de seus membros. No entanto, agora que estão em desvantagem, divididos, nós guardiões poderemos nos esforçar para eliminar os grupos menores sem temer sermos dominados. Os machados sangrentos de Marta poderão voltar a defender o promontório. Quanto ao jovem Oscar, peço que me perdoe por pedir que cuide dele. Ele é um bom rapaz, é atencioso, educado e esforçado, como pode ver. Ele já aprendeu tudo que podia comigo. Seria bom para ele continuar a treinar com um escudo mais digno. E não há ninguém mais digno que o senhor no reino. Clive, a cidade está muito agradecida por você ter nos ajudado a derrotar os servos. Mas ninguém teria a ingenuidade de achar que nunca mais os veremos. Philip fez a gentileza de se encarregar que estejamos preparados caso os espectros retornem. Mas me preocupo de que a posição de capitão esteja sendo muito pesada para ele. Imagino que o mesmo pode ser dito sobre você e seus fardos. Lembre-se, acabar sendo demais, você não está sozinho. Nosso coração e nossos braços estarão sempre abertos, assim como as portas do véu. Ela tá doida pra me lá no véu. Bateu 10 likes, hein? Bateu 10 likes, então vou dar a dica, hein? Primeira dica da palavra é que... Primeira dica é... Caraca, uma dica foi fácil, não tô pensando numa... Primeira dica é que é um jogo. E-Sharp dos Guardiões. Com essa Sharp, tinta de vermelho simbolizando as chamas da ave de fogo e o sangue de seus irmãos rosarianos perdidos, seu Wade jura que não só sua lealdade, mas também a lealdade dos Guardiões da Chama. Ó, vou fazer sorte. Stalker ganhou 3.500 pontos. A pergunta é: de qual cidade, o nome da cidade, é o nosso querido Clive? De qual cidade que ele veio?
Did you see the pair that got hauled into town?
Ah, eu tenho que dar de segunda dica, tá? É um jogo de tiro.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts?
Opa. Pô, ganhei bastante coisa, hein?
All yours. Come again. I may have...
Ah, tá. Legal. Habilidades. Vamos pegar essas daqui? Calma aí. Vamos ver qual que é melhor. Nossa, mano, muito maneiro. Quatro, 3. 4, 2. 5, 2. Nossa, mano. Olha isso. Que maneiro. Isso aqui eu fiz, né? Tem que melhorar. Nossa, mano, muito maneiro. Maneiro demais.
For ya.
O que tua mente abriu? Tem tempo, hein, galera, pra você responder a pergunta, hein? Ih, perdeu o tempo. Vocês querem que eu abra um pouquinho mais? Mais um minutinho? Qual é a cidade do Clive? Onde ele nasceu?
Back again?
Allow me to educate you.
Very good.
Was wondering when you turn up. Hellos from all our friends.
Infelizmente o Miguel apostou tarde demais, teria ganhado.
You always manage to arrive at just the right moment.
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see.
Você acertou, Miguel. Você quer que eu coloque de novo? E aí vocês tentem de novo. Mas agora eu já falei, né? Não vou abrir, não.
Right. Clive, we knew this was gonna happen. Well, not the bleeding skies, but...
Não, porque eu dou tempo. Se eu botar muito tempo, vocês podem ir na internet procurar, pô. Eu não posso dar muito tempo. Boto 3 minutos. Já era. Perdeu, não botou resposta a tempo. Já era.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Ó. Começa com SN, é um jogo e é um jogo de tiro.
But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you. Even if that means toppling an empire.
Ó, mais um like, eu dou a dica matadora, hein?
Why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
Eu imagino.
Many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit.
É com SN, o Stalker.
The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Nossa. Né.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Nossa. Mais like pra dica matadora, hein? A live tá acabando.
I told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
É jogo de videogame. Rapaz, já liberou um montão de missão. Meu Deus. É, galera, ó. Próxima live. Na próxima live. Nós vamos pra onde? Vamos para o único lugar onde podemos ir. Que é aqui. Os Ecos de Crossfit. E vamos continuar aqui. Esse jogo que eu acho que ele não tem fim. Mas que é bom demais. Eu tô curtindo. Tá, eu vou fazer a sorte final. Não, quer saber? Foi sorte final não. Vou dar ponto pra quem tiver aí. Quem tá aí? Stalker, Miguel, tem mais alguém? Ó, vamos lá. Stalker e Miguel vão ganhar. Matheus também tá aí, né? $30.000 pontos, os 4 ganharam. É isso aí, galera. Valeu, tá? Muito obrigado por vocês ficaram até aí. Até o próximo vídeo, até a próxima live. Vai... O Miguel descobriu a palavra secreta. Miguel descobriu a palavra secreta. Miguel descobriu a palavra secreta. 17,70. 7.500. 1.500 vezes 2, 15. Vezes 3. Ganhou 45.000 pontos. Agora eu fui, valeu.